What's up guys, welcome back to another gear build video. This one will be focused on the best power forward in the game, Bowser. Let's first define what a power forward is. It's usually a term used to describe a basketball position where they play really up close to the net and they're very accurate and able to dunk on other players because they are very tall and very strong. Just like with all my gear builds, I will be testing 3 different builds of Bowser to test which one works the best for different team comps. All of the builds are going to be pretty good, but they fill a slightly different role depending on how your team is made up. The first build is going to be what I call Technique Bowser, and it gets this name because I put pretty much all the points I could into Technique. This build uses the trick helmet, the trick gloves, the trick pad, and the cannon boots. I couldn't put every single one onto Technique because one of the Technique items will drop my shooting and I don't want that, so it's going to be 19 shooting and 17 Technique. So let's go ahead and fill up our team with some generic all-around Yoshis so that I can isolate how Bowser feels and get into the testing. Right off the bat, this build is pretty sluggish, but Bowser's not really known for being agile. But as you can see, having more technique does make it possible to make some cheese goals happen right off the jump, so this build is pretty good. He's not nearly as effective from far out as a character like Rosalina or Mario. And there was a point in the match where it was a very clutch situation and I had the potential for getting there, but he just chokes it. But despite being salty about that loss, he's still really good from out far and definitely the best sharpshooter out of the 3 builds we're seeing today. I would recommend this build if you do not have other sharpshooters, so if you are not running Mario or Rosalina, then this build can definitely fill that spot as a bigger, more powerful character who still is able to shoot from afar. But other than that, I don't think he's going to be competing with the other strikers in the game anytime soon. The next build is going to be Speed Bowser, and I know I have to cover this one, otherwise there's going to be some angry people in the Discord. This build uses the Turbo Helmet, the Muscle Gauntlets, the Turbo Pad, and the Bushido Sandals. Yes, this build completely ignores technique, but I don't think you need it, and I will show you why. This is basically a replacement for Waluigi as he is way more offensive. I probably didn't deserve that goal, but we'll ignore it for now. Like I said, the whole point of Bowser is to score from up close, and this is very easy to do if you have support. I think anybody can score from this position, but I'm going to include it because it's really funny that Boom Boom ended up inside the goal. This game ended in a loss in the worst, most BS way possible. A strike orb spawned on him while he had 2 items and ties up the game. Then, with less than 20 seconds left, I get a fast break with Yoshi and score, and then he spawns in, 15 seconds left, he's 1 goal down, and he gets a star. Then I miss 2 open shots from up close. And then my CPU Bowser completely abandons Luigi in front of the crease, so he wins. Anyway, I ran it back, and this game really shows how strong this Speed Bowser build is. I'm just able to be all around the map on defense and even make plays on offense. Honestly, I don't think any other build of Bowser is able to get this ball and pass it to Yoshi. I also don't think any other Bowser build is going to make a fast break happen like this because he's just way too fast for the other team. But even though I invested a lot of points into speed, I'm still getting a lot of goals that other characters just wouldn't get. Check out this game winner. It's a tie game, 7 seconds left, and I'm able to make the fast break happen and still make it with a little dinky chip goal. This Bowser build is really good. But that build isn't even my favorite. My favorite is going to go to this Captain build of Bowser. This is a build of Bowser that you are going to win a lot of games with if he is your captain. This build uses the Trick Helmet, the Bushido Bracers, the Bushido Armor, and the Cannon Boots. This build is very balanced for a captain role. He's able to shoot, he's able to knock people over, and he's able to win face-offs. He has just enough shooting and technique to be able to rip shots from far, but he's also extremely difficult to defend if he's in front of the crease because he has 20 strength. In my first game, my Yoshis were absolutely cracked, so there wasn't really much I can show off about Bowser. Check this out. That was actually an off-to-heezy. But yeah, this build of Bowser can pretty much do anything. He can slip shots from the close range. He can rip shots from far range. He's just got it all. I wouldn't necessarily call this build a one-man show Bowser. He's very powerful, but he needs a lot of support to be able to feed him the ball. And yes, he is very slow, but he does win those 1v1s fighting for the ball, and it can lead to some slow breaks, I should say. It's not a fast break, it's a slow break. But since he's so powerful, he's able to just be a big body on defense, take out multiple people in one swing, and then Yoshi just in for the goal. If you're a player who loves playing defense and just making fast breaks happen, this Bowser build is for you. He can basically turn any possession or turnover into a goal because he is just so powerful. Honestly, I think the captain role Bowser was the best today, but the speed Bowser is also very good, especially if you do not have a dedicated role for defense like Waluigi. We have new videos and gear builds and tips coming every morning, so be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my uploads. As always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.